Folks, I know it sounds Buck Rogers. Look it up for yourself. Look up HIV virus grown in Protogen corn, Associated Press, 2002. I mean, you cannot make this stuff up. Thousands of these crops being tested, and they just say safe and effective, debate is over. And then all their engineering are these BT crops and other systems that are designed to resist these deadly pesticides that we know. I mean, another 2 studies came out last week, as you know, where glyphosates are linked directly to 5-fold increase in kidney failure. Well, I mean, look at the kidneys failing everywhere. I mean, it's just it is not a suicide pact to go along with Monsanto, especially with their long history. And I'm sorry to be ranting here. It just makes me so mad to watch the so-called liberals here in Austin, Lewis Black and South by Southwest, because it's not just kicking you out and, you know, putting up Monsanto like they're saving the earth and are liberals. It's the whole thing is a censored authoritarian fraud. I'm sorry, I'm ranting. Go ahead.
No, and I mean, I couldn't agree more. And the fact that they can't even allow someone like myself to be there because they don't want to admit that there still is a debate. The fact that they're spending millions and millions of dollars to show up at these places, to get articles in publications all over the world written by people who on the surface look like they're scholars or scientists, but when you dig deep into their background, actually have deep ties to industry. I would do on your show to read a couple of recent things that have come out.
Sure.
There are 3 things on my radar everybody ought to read. One of them is a book that just came out by Steven Drucker. He wrote a book called Altered Genes, Twisted Truth, How the Venture to Genetically Engineer Our Food.
He's coming on in 2 weeks. He's coming on 2 weeks. Plug the book again.
He's great. It's Altered Genes, Twisted Truth. It's how the venture to genetically engineer our food has subverted science, corrupted government, and systematically deceived the public. Great book. 15 years of research went into this.
And let's go further. As you know, they've got 2 different or 3 different big studies just came out, even one from the U.S. government. We now know GMO crops are going through the cell wall and are actually, or the cell membrane in a human, not wall via plant. They're going through the cell membrane and changing our DNA and mitochondria and mutating us, just like they do lab rats.
Exactly. And we have never, ever subjected these to long-term human health studies. And I love it. I just love it when the Monsanto folks and all of their front groups and phony bought and paid for scientists say there's just no proof that anybody's ever died from eating a GMO food, or, you know, we can't trace any illnesses back to GMO foods. Well, we can't because nobody knows where that stuff is. There's no real traceability, but scientists are tracing it back. And this idea that if you eat something and you don't drop over dead immediately means it must be safe is ridiculous.
Well, then cigarettes must be good.
Pardon?
I mean, you don't drop dead from your first cigarette, so they must be good.
Exactly. I mean, we have an epidemic of infertility in the younger generation. Why is everybody having to go to the doctor to get pregnant?
It's also real funny that in a bunch of rodent studies, they never do them in humans, as you said, they can do them quicker in rodents, that it causes infertility in them to eat these BT crops. Funny.
Yeah, it's rampant. The deceit is rampant. The logic is ridiculous. And what I think that people are beginning more and more to make the connection between the fact that there are 2 issues here. There's the issue, well, there are actually way more than 2 issues, but when it comes to human health, there's the issue of is genetic modification itself creating a product that is itself dangerous in causing us illness, and there are plenty of studies that suggest yes. But also, you can't have those foods without using massive amounts of toxic, poisonous chemicals.
Well, it's clearly both.
And those chemicals, right, and those chemicals not only are on your food, they're in your water. They're in your soil. They're everywhere. And it's just common sense, I think, and I think we see it. It's evidenced by the fact that the junk food companies are all in trouble, and the organics are in farmers markets, whether they're organic or not, just local food that we know where it came from without pesticides. Sales of those are growing like crazy because people are just putting two and two together.
And Catherine, you said you had 3 things everybody should read, and I interrupted you going back to the book. Come back and tell us those 2 things. And clearly, we're starting to gain momentum. It transcends left, right. It's common sense, not having your kids die of cancer when they're 20. This is serious. We know that the worm is starting to turn. I want to know how you think they're going to strike back as awareness explodes. Stay with us.
This hour brought to you by InfidelBodyArmor.com. When it hits the fan, don't be left without the body armor that will save your life. With prices starting at just $374.99 and ships free. Get yours at InfidelBodyArmor.com. Just won't quit.
Hi, Ted Anderson with Midas Resources. Is it time to convert paper 401ks and IRAs to solid gold and silver yet? Get our 10 Reasons book free. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Hey, Boomer! I learned in school today that 60% of our bodies are made of water. Good thing we have the Berkey system. It's the cleanest, best water ever. Mom says it's because the Berkey's filtration system cleans out the bad stuff and leaves only pure, delicious water. I know, right? You love it too. Yeah, I'm thirsty too. Let's go get some. Get Berkey clean water by calling 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653. Or visit GoBerkey.com.
Alex Jones here. For the last 2 years, I've been working with top doctors, nutritionists, and chemists to design a nutraceutical formulation that has truly life-changing health benefits. So many other formulations out there contain toxic ingredients, synthetic additives, and even GMOs. Introducing the all-new Ancient Defense Herbal Immunity Blend, crafted with over 14 key ancient herbs and extracts to supercharge and prepare your body for what experts admit is the most dangerous season of the year. We have rejected hundreds of other formulations in our quest to bring you what is simply the most powerful and comprehensive proprietary formula that we have ever created in the realm of herbal immunity. Experience the benefits of combining over 14 ancient herbs and extracts with exciting new advances in nutraceutical science. For a limited time, get 25% off on this introductory offer. Visit InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139. That's InfoWarsLife.com.
As the New World Order continues to tighten its grip on every facet of our lives, we're all asking ourselves, how can we maintain our independence? The answer is clear. Get prepared, and you get prepared now. Now the only question left is, where do we begin? My Patriot Supply is here to help. Call 800-247-3070 to get started with your 72-hour emergency food supply for only $10. We're even covering the cost of shipping. Are you willing to rely on the government and FEMA in the event of an emergency? Call 800-274-3070 to get started with your 72-hour emergency food supply for only $10. You won't be able to find this deal online, and there is a strict limit of 4 per caller, so don't wait. Call now, 800-274-3070. That's 800-274-3070. Call right now.
Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Central, we're here warning people. We promote basic liberty. Final segment with Catherine Paul. I'll go back to your calls and huge amounts of news, social engineering news, attempts to disarm us, attempts to balkanize. I'm going to break down all of it coming up in the next hour in your calls. Catherine Paul from organicconsumers.org. Excellent site, amazing news, amazing information. She's the associate director. She was banned, and then I guess her group after that, from being part of South by Southwest, even though they were approached and put on the panels. This, I think, is the enemy striking back, to answer my question to her, but I want her to elaborate, trying to shut down debate, trying to create fake debates, but I just don't see it working. It's like a tidal wave of awakening is taking place So what's the rest of the story? Where do you see all this going now? How will they strike back? And then what were the other 2 points you were going to make?
Well, I wanted to direct people to read a couple of other things just to help get more background on really the depth of the conspiracy to deceive consumers, because it really has been a conspiracy on the part of corporations. There's a new nonprofit called U.S. Right to Know that recently published a report called Seedy Business, What Big Food is Hiding with its slick PR campaign on GMOs. Great deal of good information on there, outlining very specifically to what lengths these corporations have gone to manipulate government policy and manipulate the message. And also another new book out, and I think this is just a sign, I mean, that there's so much being put out there right now. A book called Poison Spring, The Secret History of Pollution and the EPA. Somebody who worked for the EPA for 15 years inside, talking about how the EPA has chosen to ignore its own scientists on the issues of pesticides like glyphosate and pander instead to corporations.
How do you see them striking back? And in a battle, briefly, where are we right now?
In the battle, I think our side is getting pretty close to a tipping point. We've heard from insiders at General Mills, they're absolutely panicked. That's why they're buying up organic companies. We see Kellogg's is in trouble. We see McDonald's is in trouble. Corporation after corporation in the food industry are beginning to see that maybe being in bed with the biotech industry wasn't such a great idea after all.
Even Chuck Norris is coming out against Monsanto. I mean that states the end for them.
It does. So there's the battle on that level. Consumers and their interest in their own personal health. That's what's really been driving this for the past few years, and we've seen it with the battles to label GMOs and the lengths to which biotech industry have gone to defeat those laws.
And they won those battles, but they lost those wars, and the backlash is incredible. I want to have you back up for a full hour in the near future. Amazing work. God bless you. OrganicConsumers.org. Catherine Paul, thank you.
Thank you.
Folks, that's why they push racism and division all day in the name of fighting it. If we ever come together, left, right, whatever, for transparency and liberty and free market and due process, it's over. And people, I mean, let me tell you, the elites don't eat GMO. You go to any elitist compound, any, nice hotel, the more elite it gets, the more organic and clean it gets. I mean, that's another reason they're going to fail. People are learning about that. Also, high-quality supplements to help cleanse yourself. The X2 Nation Iodine, unbelievable. The Oxy Powder, all of it. DNA Force, InfoWarsLife.com, InfoWarsStore.com. Everything from T-shirts to water filters to shortwave radios, everything is 10% off. It ends today. InfoWarsStore.com, and your purchase funds the operation. I want to thank you for your support. InfoWarsStore.com or 888-253-3139. Call now. We can answer all your questions. Get your order in. Thank you.
Visit GCNlive.com today.
When cells become toxic, they die early and aging sets in. No one has put together a formula that focuses directly on brain health, nerve growth factors, and optimizing your cellular energy at the same time. Just one of the key compounds, BioPQQ, is backed by major clinical studies. You want the best that's out there at the lowest price anywhere? We now have the synergistic solution. Secure your DNA Force today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139.
The average person's life is filled with unexpected challenges. Unlock the energy it takes to defeat these daily beasts with Super Male or Super Female Vitality, specifically designed to assist the body in regulating proper hormone balance to create superior vitality in males and females. Supercharge and conquer your world at InfoWarsLife.com or call 1-888-253-3139.
You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.